I've been coming to terms with the fact that when I was a kid, I was massively, massively overweight, ridiculously overweight, which was shit that happened, went down. I ended up eating. And most girls deal with the fact that they eat if they've been abused because it hides themselves. It makes their femininity and it makes their gender and makes their approachability harder to do because they eat loads to do that. Being a guy that's realised you've done that is quite weird because it's the feminising. And so in childhood, being massively overweight, like having the same waist I have now as a 45-year-old as I had when I was a 9-year-old, is quite shocking if you see old pictures of me. So the feminisation being put into another space. So a lot of people probably see me as this big guy with a beard and he's a blokey bloke. But in fact, for a long period of my adolescence and childhood, I was in quite another space, a feminised space, where although I wanted girls, they were easy to reject you. I just want to be friends because you weren't presenting a masculine figure. You were just this shape, this blob. And the other thing that getting used to that is the fact that I always struggled growing a beard and I've got loads of hair and everyone else is losing it, is the fact that massive obesity at that age also increases the amount of estrogen. So not only do the act of you enter a different gender space by being massively overweight, because you get tits and everything, do you know what I mean? You can't see your genitals because they're covered, you're obscuring them with weight, fat. So you kind of turn into this other gender that it biologically has affected me. So, my boys grow facial hair much quicker than that, and yet it's taken me a lot longer to get facial hair than that because of the estrogen. So not only does society kind of feminise you if you're overweight and you kind of get put in a weird space where you're not really a guy, do you know what I mean? But you're not, you're in a weird thing, is the fact that it's also biologically changing you, and that impact does have an impact. So in my 20s, I had quite a lot less facial hair than other people and stuff. And I'm only now like keeping all my hair and stuff is something because of the estrogen, which would have been massively caused by being overweight at that time of development hormonally. So it's an interesting one. So I'm viewed as very masculine, but I'm kind of coming to understand and accept the feminisation that happened in my early childhood through weight gain, both as a literal physical thing and also a hormonal thing.